And welcome back to my playthrough of Die Wikinger Saga, the Viking Saga. I have already prepared our next adventure in Jotunheim, where we fight the ice giant here of Skrimir or so. It's a relatively long adventure apparently. There is really a great spot to land on actually. So this is 4 victory points and you can send one of your Vikings to Valhalla. And both of the players really don't have a lot of Vikings now in Valhalla. I think blue is just at 3 or 4. Red is doing a little bit better. So we really have to start moving some more Vikings to Valhalla because otherwise, yeah, you are basically missing out. But we still have, this included 3 more adventures where we can send Vikings to Valhalla. So I think we should be good at some point in time. We have brought out 2 new Vikings. We have Thorsten here, who brings you 2 victory points. And the question mark means you can move your Viking ahead, basically equal to the number of Vikings you have played before. Nice. And Ole, he's great. He brings you 3 victory points if he makes it to Valhalla. He has an immediate effect. So when you play him, you gain 2 victory points right off the bat. But there's also a downside to it. You are not replacing this card pretty much at the end of this particular turn at least. But still, that's 3 points here, 2 points when you play him. So he's really, really cool actually. Blue is first and I think he has... yeah, he has money. I think, yeah, he will go for Ole. We will shuffle him into the deck. Red is only at 3 coins, so I have to think about it. Thorsten is not bad either, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's either Gunnar again or Thorsten. No, let's stick with Thorsten. Gives us a lot of flexibility, actually. So she's playing 3 coins. She will get Thorsten. And yeah, then we will shuffle our decks. Blue is still in the lead, so he will start with only 3 cards. The hand we drew now was really hoping for, was it Thor? I believe it was Thor. We have gotten Olo right off the bat. The problem now is if I play him very, very early, I have to make do with only 2 cards from her because again, I'm not replenishing my card for my hand for the card I'm playing. So that's kind of a risk. So he's usually someone who you play maybe towards the end of this particular adventure. But then it's also a 9. So 9 can be pretty devastating too. But maybe we definitely will not play him at the start of our adventure. But let's see. Yeah, I think we should be good now. Again, I shuffled 2 extra journey cards or traveling cards or whatever those are into the deck from Jotunheim. And okay, here this is a standard 5, so we will move them all ahead. And then we have to play some cards. But I think, yeah, for blue, that's really easy. We are playing a 3. It's either Helga or Mika, doesn't really make a big of a difference. And yeah, I think red will play her first God, Njord. So first of all, we will move blue 3 spaces ahead. Red will move 5 spaces ahead. First of all, we get the coin from this adventure token here. Njord allows you to choose any 1 card from your draw pile and play it, and then we are also replenishing 2 cards. Njord will still be played, but he will be returned to the god pile at the end of this adventure. So I have to make a choice now, and I think she will go with Mats once again. So she will move 5 spaces ahead, and then she will look at the 2 topmost journey cards here and will put them back in any order that she wishes. Again, she has to do that now before she gets to replenish her hand. Then she has made her choice. Wasn't really extremely happy with that. All the cards go back. Now the players will draw their card. That's the card for the blue player. Oh, that's also Mats. Nice. Let's see if we can use him well. Then let's see what she decided. And that's 3 spaces here. So we're moving to 8. This card says no player will play a Viking card and no player will basically replenish their hand. So where they land now is where they land. So red is on 18, blue is on 11. That's okay. So in theory, we can directly move into the next round. She also knows what the next card is. And that's a 6. And I really do hope I haven't messed this up for red. So this moves to 14 now. I think now it's time for blue to play Ole. I think that's great. So he will move to 26. He will get 2 victory points, but he will also score 5 coins. Hoo-hoo! That's pretty nice. Let's not forget the 2 points for Ole, but he will not redraw his hand of cards. I think that's pretty okay. Red will do something very similar. She will play Ellen, so she will also move 2 spaces, or also to the same space here. She will get 5 coins, and yeah, this, her special ability says whenever you lose coins, you also get 2 victory points. So that can be nice in theory. So blue is not drawing any cards, and he has to make a choice now if he wants to stop. There is a risk because he has those 2 cards. That's a 3, which is fine. The 5 is great, but the 5 only helps him if there will be a 0 coming up. And I think there is no 0 in the journey deck. There is a minus still in there, at least 1. So in theory, he could, but he's already in the lead. So I think he's okay, actually. He's very okay. No, he will stop. He has 5 coins, that's fine. He can get another Viking there. I think he will stop. But red is behind, and I think she will carry on. It's a risk. It's really a risk, but yeah, let's see. I think that's what I want to show you, what push your luck there is in this game, and I think now it's really the best time to show that to you. So let's see what card comes up. The Necropolis, that's a 5. I think, yeah, let's move to 19. And oh wow, that's amazing actually. And each player, and I think this doesn't count for the players who are already out of the adventure. In this case, normally it's being set, but I need to check the rules. All those cards are being explained there. But usually, once a Viking is out, he's no longer affected by those effects here. So you can basically look underneath your Valhalla shield and put one of your Vikings back under your draw pile, and you get the amount of victory points that it's worth it. But to be honest, I'm not going to do that with red, because again, we want Vikings in Valhalla and not here. Of course, you will still score those, but I think she's in really good shape. I think that's, yeah, for her it's perfect. Then she has to play a card, and yeah, she will go for Harald. She really had a really great choice of cards at her disposal. All sorts of numbers, so for her it was really perfect. So she will now score 4 points, and she will also be allowed to send one of her Vikings from her hand under her Valhalla shield immediately. First of all, let's score those points. Wow, she's now in the lead, and I believe she will send Torsten to Valhalla. So I think he can be a great addition later on, and will also score her 2 extra points. And now we can officially send some Vikings to Valhalla. And to be honest, I think, yeah, red will send Mats to Valhalla now. I think she really has a nice deck for the final adventure. The god goes basically back to the deck, to the bottom, so can be hired later on. I think there's basically 2 copies of each god in the deck, if I recall that correctly. Yeah, in theory you want to send him, but he can still score him some more points later on. So I think he will, yeah, let's send Helga to Valhalla for now. So he will hold on to Ole for now. Those 2 cards come back. Then we are moving into our next adventure, which is still in Jotunheim here, and that's, I don't know what this is. Again, I will not try. You can really score a lot of points. You can get 2 heroes from the display for free. That's amazing. Wow, there. To be honest, there are only 1, 2, 3 spaces here which are somewhat beneficial for you. Wow, that's pretty tough one. It's also not a short adventure, so it's 21. Let's bring out those adventure tokens. So 1 goes to 9, that's a victory point. Then we have 2 coins, this goes to 12, and then 1 goes to 15. Oh wow, a lot of gold. Nice. Players can still buy cards. There are no new cards in this adventure. Red will be first. She has 6 coins. Yeah, I think for 5 she will also go for 1 Ole. That's definitely nice. And blue also has 5 coins, so he could also go for yet another Ole. But then he can send someone. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? Definitely a risk, but yeah, let's do that. So let's spend 5 coins. We take the last Ole from the display. We will shuffle all our cards so we can bring some of the other back. And yeah, then let's go into the next adventure. And this time, Blue is basically 1 point behind, which means he gets 4 cards. That's nice. All basic cards, but Alan can help us. Okay, in this adventure, maybe she can do us some good because there are some spaces where you can lose coins. So maybe that's okay. Let's draw our first journey card. We are down to 2. Ah, okay, that's a -4. Remembrance of Grimir or so. -4, we can move back. And all of the players can look at the first cards of their draw pile and can then put back in any order they choose. Okay, that's very nice. I will do this definitely off camera. This takes some time for sure. And actually this was pretty easy, to be honest. It doesn't take me a lot of time. So then blue will play Ellen. I think that makes sense. She has an ongoing effect. Can be nice. Nothing to gain here, but that's good enough. And I think red, yeah, why not? I think red will definitely go for Olden now because she can really immediately jump to the 9 points here. So over 1 point to the 9 with 1 point here. So she gets 2 points from Ole and 1 point for this adventure token, which means she's now 4 points in the lead. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, yeah, let's keep moving. Let's replenish our hand. Keep in mind, red is not allowed to do that. And again, we are not really surprised here at this point in time. Yeah, let's continue. And that's the last card, but fear not, we will draw new cards. Again, a -2, we are not moving anything. And every player must put their, wow, topmost card of their, well, that's not bad, from their draw pile under their Viking shield. Oh, that's nice. So blue will go for this. Yeah, this doesn't really work out well, but I take it anyway. It's a point. So let's see how red was. That's better. That's two point. I think overall she's really doing good in respect to those Vikings in Valhalla. I think she really scored a lot of points there. We still have to play cards though. So I think blue will go for 3. That's here. And yeah, red will play Ellen. 2 movement points ahead. Also special ability. We might be able to use her. Now both of the players are allowed to replenish their cards. So let's quickly do that for red. Here's the card for blue. I think we shouldn't be surprised actually because we have seen the topmost 3 cards. So I knew what was coming actually. But yeah, I was definitely not counting with this card. I've really forgot. In theory, you should know what there is. And now we're taking all of our journey cards here and also the cards that are here. No, not the cards that are here in the display. I think they stay where they are. I think not exactly. I think we will leave all the cards that are still active so they will not come back in this adventure. So I will give this a good shuffle. Of course, off camera majority of these. So let's do one last cut here. And then we will move into the next, yeah, it's the next round already. Okay, now everything can happen pretty much. So we are moving, finally. That's a 2, let's play some cards. So blue has no reason not playing Ole actually. So he will move to 16. Of course, he's jumping over all of those, but he will score 2 more points. So he's now at 18, but he will not be allowed to redraw, but that's fine. He still has 3 cards to choose from. And yeah, red will also play a 9, but this is Gunnar. So we are moving her to 22, which is pretty amazing. So yet again, she will score 2 points and will also gain 5 coins. And keep in mind, every 3 coins is another victory point at the end of the game. So red has to make a choice, but of course she can draw her card first and then decide. After seeing this, she definitely makes a choice and will end the adventure. Blue is not allowed to do that. So yeah, let's see what the next journey card is. Oh, nice. That's really nice. We know that. So basically taking a card and putting it back underneath a draw pile. But for blue, that's really not interesting, to be honest. It's really not, no. So let's simply move 7 space. Of course, he will score some points immediately. And they're really, I think it's not a bad thing, huh? Why shouldn't we do that? I think we have some, no, we don't have redundancy. No, I think blue will not do that. Nope, blue will not do that. I just checked at the shield, so let's not do that. Yeah, he's here. He still has to play a card, and to be honest, I think that's pretty Oh, that's pretty bad, actually. Really bad. I mean, he has a good choice, but in theory, the best he can do right now, no, is to play Harald. He's out of money. So when you cannot pay, you're losing victory points, one by one, pretty much. So for each coin that you cannot spend, you are losing victory points. He has basically he can play a 0, a 9, a 2, or a 6. So that's 4 numbers, but all of those suck, actually. I think the least amount of damage is playing Care and go for the 2. So he's now losing one of his played Vikings, and I think Care counts here too, but let's get rid of Mika. Again, he's not going to Valhalla. He's really out of the game for good. That's terrible. But okay, that's fine. Again, he can make a choice, but again, he can make the choice when he's looking. Oh, that's nice. It's a 1-0, but the problem is he really doesn't know what journey cards are coming out because we just reshuffled the deck, and the only really good spaces are those. The thing is, he has a 0 and a 1. So if, for example, a 1 or a 2 is coming out, he has a choice. Everything else will hurt him badly. If he is moving over this here, for example, over the adventure card, he will basically get penalized with this. So he might be losing 3 points. On the other hand, these are 2 Vikings and those are 5 points. And he's now 4 points behind, actually. So I think, come on, let's go for it, huh? Yeah, why not? Of course, this can be terrible. Let's see. And it's not terrible. Woohoo! I'm not cheating here, guys. You must believe me. Oh, that's amazing. Cool. So yeah, he's moving here. He will definitely play Søren now. So he will move here. So he gets to choose 2 Vikings from the display for free. Of course, he cannot immediately send those to Valhalla. But yeah, he can maybe during the last adventure do so also. And every Viking you get will score you 1 point before you're moving to Bifrost, for example. That's really, really nice. Perfect. So yeah, let's see what 2 cards to go for. She could be okay now. Torsten, I think he will go for Torsten because again, he allows you to really do some tricky choices. So that's 1. Then we play him underneath our Viking deck. And the second card, yeah, they're all worth 2 victory points. All but Eric. And no one took Eric so far. But he's not scoring. I think he really needs points now. So I think he already has a lot of 9s. So let's not go too crazy. No one has taken Alva. Maybe, yeah, why not? Let's give Alva a shot and put her underneath the deck. And of course, blue will now call it an adventure. Red will make a choice. She will definitely send Ole to Valhalla. Those cards go back. And yes, apparently blue will do the same. That's 3 points. I think that's cool. He used him twice. Here's still another Ole here. I think that's definitely good. And then, yeah, we are moving pretty much to the last normal adventure. So let's clean up a little bit. And that's another sea adventure. Sea witches also. Relatively short adventure. So this goes away. Jotunheim is gone and forgotten. So we will be here, actually. The ship, again, will start here. I think that's how it is. Yep. We will still have some adventure tokens. Those are the last 3 ones. So 1 goes to 8. Let's put it here. This allows you again to look underneath the journey deck. This can be very, really nice actually. Next is 10 and last is a 15. Whoa, that's a pretty terrible draw actually. But now the thing is empty again. There is a variant that you can basically place them all back and totally randomize them. So same things could come up. Again, I'm playing now with the standard rules, I would say. Players can still buy stuff. The only one who has some money is red, 6 coins. And I think because she already has a lot of victory points, I think she will try Eric now. So she will pay 5 gold. Really spending 5 gold for 0 victory points is a risk, but let's go for it anyway. We will shuffle those stacks again and then we will move into the realm of the sea witches. Nice. Blue is still behind, so he starts with 4 cards and here we have Thor. I think we need to use Thor now. I think that's perfect. Definitely go for it unless we're really moving somewhere terrible. Red will start the game with, I think, yeah, he's starting player, with only 3 cards. But yeah, let's see what fate has in stock for us. So that's a 1. I think 1 is okay, I would say. Let's play some cards, and I think there is no reason. Yeah, blue will definitely go for Thor. I guess red is playing Ragnar. So blue will move to 7. Red will move to 9. We can use the special ability of Thor, and we will definitely do so. We get to choose 1 card from our draw pile and put it underneath our Shield of Valhalla. The problem is we get the coins. That's cool. But yeah, we cannot buy anything anymore before we go to Bifrost. So that's kind of a bummer. And I think we will definitely go for Ole. So making sure we have him. We get 5 gold for it. 5 coins are basically 1 2/3 of a victory point. Again, we will definitely reshuffle the rest of his draw pile. Thor will stay out, but again, he will be basically removed from the adventure, from the hand. Yeah, let's see what card comes out. That's a 5, so we are moving here, oh wow, to a 6 if I'm not mistaken, and I really have to slow down with the red player. Yeah, we should not fall off the ship. Right now she cannot move any further, so wow, that's definitely a problem. But I did forget to replenish the hand for the blue player, Kier. I think yeah, Kier is perfect in this scenario. And we really want to do, or we want to make some victory points now with the blue player. So in theory he could play the 6 now, moving here. But I think I will go with Mats. Yeah, he will play Mats, so he will move to 17. That's the last. Ah, that's so risky. That's so risky, guys. He basically can only play a 0 then, and he gets to choose. Ugh. No, that's too tough. Let's move him back. No, let's not play Mats. He's cool, but maybe with the next card. Let's play Harald. He will stay where he is. Yeah, that's for sure. And I think, yeah, tough. I think red will do the same. They will both play Harald and they will stay put. So let's continue. Oh, the 7. Wow. That's 13 in total. That's pretty okay. No, that's not. It's not okay for anyone, actually. It's pretty terrible for blue, actually. So for red, it's great. So she will play Björn, and bam, she will land on 2 more victory points, and she can send one of her Vikings to Valhalla. And yeah, she can now make a choice. It's either Eric with a 0 point or Gunnar with 2 points. So guaranteed 2 points, or doing something great with Eric. And I think I will go with 2 points. That's bad. It's really, really bad. But what does blue do? I think, yeah, he will play Thorsten. Because he played one other Viking before. Gods don't count for that. So he will move here to the 3. So he will get 3 coins for that. That's at least something, but cannot really use it really well, actually. Yeah, and then they both have to make a choice if they want to stay or not. So for red, I think it's pretty obvious she will basically end the adventure. But blue is really now really awfully behind, actually. Oh, that's so bad. He has good cards. I mean, 1, 2, 3. He has really a lot of choice now, but again, only those small numbers count for him. So only if a 1 or a 2 comes out. 1 is already gone. Both 1s are out. Okay, there's no minuses. There's 1, 2 is also already out. So I think, wow, that's tough. I think he will call it. Yeah, I think this is not good enough. This is not good enough. So yeah, he will also end the adventure. So let's just for the laugh, let's see what would have happened. So that's a 6, and I think, yeah, with a 6 he would have basically 19. Yeah, I think nothing that he would have been able to do. Oh, now I cheated, actually. So that was the 6. Yeah, let's shuffle it back. Okay, that's me. I was really so eager. Yeah, sorry, that's on me. That's on me. So, but I will reshuffle the deck, and yeah, see what will come out. And then, yeah, we are preparing for our last adventure. You can still send Vikings to Valhalla, and I think blue will definitely send Thorsten to Valhalla. That's 2 more points. Thor goes back. to the pile, and I guess red will send Harald to Valhalla. So all of the other cards now that we still have here, so they all give you 1 coin. So red still has 5 more cards, which means she will get 5 more coins. Those cards are gone. That's 5 cards and yeah, 6 cards. So blue will get 6 coins, which are at least 2 more victory points. Again, those cards are now out of the game, so we will have to go to the last adventure with our dead Vikings here. I think that's overall not too bad, so we will give those a good shuffle. There is no shield anymore, so this is what we have. So let's head up the last adventure, which again is Bifrost, and this is always be the same adventure. It consists of 2 adventure cards, so we have the 14 and we have the 27. You can only end the adventure basically when you're here on the 2nd card apparently. So those go out. So those were the 3 last normal tokens that are available, but we still have black tokens available to us. So there are 5, and again we will pick out 3 of those. So this will be the 9. Oh, that's a good one. Then we have a 12, it's a victory point, and a 23 where we will lose 1 victory point. Again, our Vikings start as usual here on the track. We will not be able to buy any more cards here. Again, what we have here is what we can go for. Blue is still very much behind, so he will be allowed to draw 4 cards. I think did not know if I shuffle those cards well. Let's give those 1 more last shuffle. Then we will choose, not choose, but get 4 cards. Oof. But that's, I think, no surprise. He really sent a hell of a lot of standard Vikings to Valhalla, and that's what he gets now. At least we have Magnus here, and I think Magnus could help us here if we play him early. So then we will play our first journey card. It's not a 6. Maybe I should have left the 6 there. I think it's a surprise. I mean, nothing would have happened, but okay. I did it, so blame it on me. So that's 3 points. I think red is first, but again, doesn't really matter too much. Let's see what cards we play. And I think, yeah, for blue, that's perfect. He can play Magnus now in order to move here. So we will get 1 of those tokens. We will hold on to this. Again, we can then choose, we can basically see what next journey card we have. This really gives you a lot of flexibility towards the end. Do I want to hold on, or do I basically back out of the adventure? Very, very nice. And I guess red will start a little bit slower with a 1. So he basically, or she gets 1 extra coin whenever she gets some coins. Let's not forget the special ability of Magnus here. Again, we can now place any number of hand cards under my draw pile and draw back, and we also get 2 cards instead of only 1, so that's pretty nice. To be honest, I'm happy with my hand of cards, so let's simply go for the second effect here. I get both anyway, but I think I will skip the immediate effect for now. So we are now allowed to draw 2 cards instead of only 1. It's very nice. Oh, we have Ole here. I think, yeah, playing Ole is definitely great, great, great. We get 2 more points, and we have an extra card now, so that's I think pretty okay. So what do we have here? Oh, -3. Oh, we are moving back actually. Interesting, interesting. We cannot place any cards. Okay, that's fine. We are not placing any cards under our Valhalla shield anyway, so we will simply ignore the text here. Of course, we still have to play cards. So yeah, blue will play the 3. He doesn't get an extra token, so in theory I could look, but to be honest, there is no decisions here to do. So I will use him later on. This token here doesn't help me. And yeah, I think red will go for Gunnar. So she will move up to 10, I think 10, right? Yeah. So she will get 2 gold for that. Again, it's 2/3 of a victory point. Who knows? Yeah, and then, yeah, we will, oops, continue to draw cards. So let's see, that's a 6. We are making progress again. Blue will play Solveig, moving to 20. That's 4 points, so he's now jumping from 18 to 22, coming closer. But yeah, red was also very happy. She plays Thorsten. She has played 2 Vikings before, so she will move 2 spaces here. So she will also score 2 points, and she will get a Viking from the display and basically can immediately use this Viking. And I think she will simply go for, I don't know, let's go for Søren. Gives you a lot of flexibility. Not quite sure if he will come, but that's 2 more points actually, because he's basically, yeah, joining you from the dead, coming from another fight or so. I don't know. So let's draw. That's the last card that he has. So we have 2 times Ola. I'm pretty sure we will only, maybe not even one of those, have to see. Then let's see, that's a 4. So we're moving here to a 10. And the problem is, I just noticed that I cannot move 9 more spaces, because if I fall off this path here, I'm also getting the penalty of this last space here. So Ola is pretty much out for the blue player. Oof, that's really a bad thing actually. All the high cards are out. But to be honest, I think there is still something that blue can do. Yeah, he will go for Torsten. He played 3 Vikings before, so he will move 3 spaces ahead, giving him 3 more points. And I have to think about 1, 2, 3, 6 is 28. No, she definitely doesn't want to go there. So it's, I think, no. Yeah, she will go with a 3, 1, 2, and 3. And now we have basically 2 things to do for the blue player. So he, first of all, could in theory draw an additional card, but his draw deck is empty, so you're not drawing any more cards. And when you're ever running out of cards in your hand and there's nothing in your draw pile, you basically draw a random god card and you just play it for the value, not for the special effect. So this can really bite you in your behind. But we will definitely use this, I don't know, precognition kind of token here, so we can look into the future and see what it is. That's a 6. We get to make a choice if we, based on that knowledge, if we want to end our adventure or if you want to move on. So a 6 would move him from 27 basically to 33. He doesn't have any minuses in his hand, so yes, for him it's clear. He will call it. Red cannot do this. She doesn't know what's coming. So yeah, let's play the 6. I mean, let's act surprised at least. So we are moving here to 16. And now she has to make something out of this. And it's unbelievable. She has Harald in her hand. So yes, yet again, she will score 6 points. So I think that's definitely it. So she will move to 32 points in total. Next, we will basically count our gold. I think that's 12 for the blue player. That's 3 more points, so that's not terrible. Actually, he still has 2 coins left, and this can be a tiebreaker. So all the money that you have left can be a tiebreaker. The same is true, unfortunately, for the red player, but to be honest, I don't think there will be a tie. She gets 2 more points here too. And now we basically count all the helmets on our remaining Viking cards, and not the Vikings that are out of the game. We already got gold for that, keep that in mind. So just the guys that are with us here in Valhalla. So that's 6 points. 10 points, 14 points for blue, and believe me, this is not great. 32, 42, that's his final score. Really, that's not great. Believe it or not, because we know that red has an awful lot of Vikings in Valhalla. So that's 4 points, 7 points, 11 points, and she still has cards. 11, 14, 16, 17, 19 points. So that's 6 plus 3, that's 9, 43, 53 points. And yeah, that's pretty much the end result. So we don't need any tiebreakers. Again, blue was somewhat unlucky that not the right journey card was coming up, but that's really what this game is all about, having the right set of Vikings with you. So if he would have opted for a -6, for example, early on, and he would have him in Valhalla, it really gives you a lot of flexibility in moving back and really make some new decisions and so on. So that's really what this game is about. But sometimes, yeah, you simply are out of luck and drawing the wrong card, and then it is what it is. Red was extremely lucky, but yeah, she definitely played well. She had the right set of Vikings. She scored a lot of points with those, so I think it was definitely not just luck. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed my little playthrough of the Wikinger Saga, the Viking Saga. It's really a very enjoyable game. I think there was a comment who says it's a great family game, and I agree. We really played within the family. It's very not heavy. It gets you slowly into some mild deck building, similar to El Dorado, which we still enjoy a big deal actually in the family. We really like that game. But this basically has also a very nice theme. I like the Viking themes, artwork. Michael Menzel, I mean, speaks for himself. It's really great looking components here. It really plays quickly. Definitely if you play it without me talking too much, it's, I don't know, over in 45, 50 minutes, 50, 60 minutes, maybe depending on the player count. But yeah, definitely a very, very enjoyable game. A big shout out to all of my patrons out there. Really stay safe. Play a lot of games with your family. Don't get mad with each other. I know these are tough times, but I really hope you're all healthy. Hope to see you soon in one of my other videos. And until then, bye-bye.